Those memories were coming back to me as I looked at some of these flowers, and memories of not just country life, but city life also, where we had a neighbor that did quite a bit of gardening. And she grew pink hydrangeas along the side of her house, and she grew those hyacinth, those little purple hyacinth that we all love so much in the spring. And she had a grapevine, Concord grapes, and we eagerly waited along with her kids. They were my friends, and we hung out, and we eagerly waited for the grape harvest so we could stuff ourselves full of grapes before school started. And I'll never forget those days. And the cherry picking, because they had a cherry tree, they had a peach tree, but it never bloomed. It never produced any peaches. They should have grown two, I guess, so it could have been pollinated. But I'm just thinking back of all the joyful times. And if you're a gardener and what really inspired you was something from your childhood that inspired you to do gardening, or if you just do gardening because you studied it and it's a smart thing to do to produce fruits and vegetables for your family, then you understand what it is. And it's like a dream that you can make come true in your own backyard or front yard if you like to do beautiful landscaping. So let's just take a look at the garden and see what we need to do to improve it and focus on today as much as possible, but my mind keeps going back to yesterday.
I've seen better days. Take me back to my hometown. Take me back to my loved ones. We were kids, now we're all grown. Back in my hometown. Take me back to my hometown. Back to my loved ones. Back to my hometown. Back in my
I'm going to start with the tomato plant. This one is doing great. It's a big boy. It's a big boy tomato, and this is taking off like a charm. We had rain last night, and that's really helping this. And notice I'm planting some marigolds. Marigolds near the tomatoes, and it's just something we do. Mainly, it will keep the bad insects away. They don't like the smell of marigold. But we have garlic chives for that, and too many garlic chives. So it's just a tradition, because the garlic chives keep the bad bugs away. We also have another one over here, and this is a better boy. We have a big boy and a better boy, and it's doing very well too. Now, we do have a problem. We will return this to the nursery if this doesn't start looking good. We'll dig it right out of there and take it back to Oakland Nursery. This is the first time I've seen a tomato plant from Oakland Nursery that looks this sad. Hopefully it will perk up. It's a celebrity, and usually celebrity tomatoes do better than this. So always save your receipts in case you need to return a plant that's not doing well. The eggplants are just starting to flower. We have little buds on the eggplants. Now this one had a bloom. I don't think the bloom pollinated, whatever you call it. But we'll give it some time, because eggplants love very hot weather. So, and it hasn't been that hot yet. The eggplants, they like weather in the 70s and 80s the best. These little peppers are doing better than they were. They were really tiny. I didn't pay much for them. I bought them small ones this time to save money, but they'll grow. And hopefully these will take off. The rain did help them grow some, because they were real tiny. And we'll go out to the garden here. You can see that I did lay some mulch. We have the leaves, but they were wet, so we couldn't run them through the machine. We were going to use the leaves for mulch. And I could just lay the leaves down, but because of all the wind we had lately, the leaves will just blow. So we run them through a leaf mulcher. It composts the leaves for us. That will work great also as mulch along the zucchini and summer squash plants we have growing over here. And these were planted by direct seed, which is the best way to grow squash and pumpkin plants from my experience. And these are too close together. They're doing very well, all 4 of them. And I do need to transplant 1 or 2 in another area if I can find a spot, because we are limited on tilled ground here. I planted some okra and it's coming up. The plants are looking real good. It didn't take any time to grow. We like pickled okra or okra with stewed tomatoes. And back here, and I thought I was getting cucumbers because the cucumbers right next to the watermelon. I picked this up by mistake, and I'm going to go ahead and keep them. So the plan is to run these watermelon plants onto the fence line. And if they produce anything substantial of weight, we will need to create a sling. I'll just buy some mesh for that. But you can use a t-shirt, torn t-shirt, or pantyhose, old pantyhose. So it was the only place I could grow the watermelon. I could have returned it or given it to someone. I just don't have the ground tilled for watermelon. But I decided to keep it and see if this will work, because I read it might work. Yeah, why not? We don't know if we don't try. And these plants did not cost much at all, so I got a good deal on them. Yeah, there's only 1 sunflower out of all these seeds that I planted. Now these might be some newbies coming up here. I've got some more sunflower seeds. I will plant some more seeds because that's just not enough. I want more sunflowers than just 1. Okay, let's go over here. And this is where I planted jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I'm real excited. I've got these crates here because I like to cover them at night. That's when the slugs come out and other critters sometimes, and they'll take a bite of a plant. And there's jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. And I did have strawberries through here, and I took the strawberry out. But we have some garlic we need to harvest. As soon as that's harvested, I'm planting sugar pie pumpkins, yeah, and maybe a couple more rows of bush beans. So I'm just waiting for the harvest time of the garlic, anxiously waiting because I need it out of there. Sweet potato plants. Now my grandmother, she grew sweet potatoes. Both my grandmothers did, and they loved sweet potatoes. So that's why I showed the sweet potatoes in that video. It has special meaning for me. I didn't like sweet potatoes as a kid. My aunt, she made a sweet potato casserole, and it was too sweet, and I didn't care for it, and it was from canned sweet potatoes. Because the homegrown sweet potatoes got eaten up before Christmas time. And then that's when my aunt or my grandmother used canned sweet potatoes, and they're way too sweet, and I don't care for them. But the fresh ones I absolutely love. My mom's mom, she always fixed sweet potatoes too, but I believe hers were fresh from her garden. They were not as sweet. I don't think a sweet potato needs anything sweet on it. Maybe you do. Some people like marshmallows and brown sugar and all that. I like butter and salt and pepper, savory seasonings on my sweet potatoes. I think they're sweet enough. This will be a good harvest. Last year I had 12 plants. This year I took it down to 6 because 12 was not needed. So I'll be doing some weeding through here. That's what we need to do. We need to focus on weeding and then mulching. Over here we have some more garlic that I can't wait to harvest. As soon as the leaves turn brown up here, we'll be harvesting that. We love to use garlic for cooking. And then what's left in late fall, I will plant out here. This will be the 4th year growing garlic originally from what a neighbor gave me. I never spent any money on garlic plants. On the contrary, I did buy some cucumber plants. They didn't cost much. I got a good deal on them. They were real tiny plants when I bought them. Now they have really taken off, and see, it's going to be vining off on that fence. So hopefully these cucumbers will do much better than the previous years where I planted direct seed. It just didn't do well. This one is broccoli, as you can see, and it's ready to be harvested. And then we've got some broccoli plants that are not quite ready, just beginning to form heads. The potato plants seem to be working out very well this year. I just hope that the potatoes in the ground are doing well. I haven't fertilized these potatoes yet. I may give them some bone meal. If there's anything you recommend, let me know. And I'll check to see when the harvest is going to be, but it's going to be probably July, sometime in mid-July maybe. Cabbages here. We bought 5 plants from Open Nursery. They were a little 5-pack. I think it was supposed to be a 6-pack, but one of them, I think it only had 5 in it, but they were all good looking plants. And look at this one growing that close to rhubarb and doing just fine. So they formed heads, and this is the first year I've grown cabbage that formed heads. So I'm doing something right. I've only tried cabbage a couple times, and I will try it again. It seems to be working. So we have several cabbages here, which is great for your diet. Very healthy. Cabbage is very healthy and filling. You saw quite a bit of flowers in the video, but I had to show you how well this lavender is doing. Lavender will live in your garden for several years. It is a keeper, and we have it in the cottage garden also. It's wonderful. It attracts lots of bees. Honeybees in particular love lavender. Raspberries that have been here since Danny moved in. He didn't have nearly as many. They kind of migrated over here from the neighbor's yard. They've had theirs for, Dan said when he moved in, the neighbors had raspberries, and they came from the people before them. Maybe, so we don't know how long these raspberries have been here, but they've been here quite a while, for decades probably. And the one in the neighbor's yard especially, that's where they came from, the neighbor. So if you have a neighbor that has berries, it's possible they'll end up in your yard. Raspberries reseed. They grow by seed. And we have some in this garden, and I've decided to let them take off. I have my reasons. I want to create a food forest. I have a food forest idea. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to let these raspberry bushes that reseeded over here, I think I'm just going to let them go. And I need to go berry picking. I've got blackberries that are ripe too. They've already picked some. The blackberries are mixed in. There's a walnut tree that came up, and it's interfering with my blackberries performance. We need to get that out of there somehow. So we do have some problems we need to resolve and work on. But look at these blackberries. Yes, they're usually bigger than this. It's because, and I do not recall seeing that walnut tree growing there last year, but we used to have a walnut tree out back that we had cut down 4 years ago, right back where in fact, where the pumpkin and strawberry garden is. That's where we had a walnut tree, just by walnuts. Yep, the squirrels carrying walnuts around, but I'm not too crazy about that being here. It's interfering with my blackberries performance, so we need to get that out of there. Here's another blackberry bush, and I have a lot of weeding to do here. This is a problem area. In order to fertilize these plants, I need to take out some of the lemon balm also, and plenty of weeds. There's a lot of work to be done. I've got to wear gloves to protect my hands because these have stickers. I prefer thornless raspberries, but these have stickers. These are like wild raspberries, and they have stickers. The wind is really blowing. So excuse the wind from blowing. I can't control the weather. God does that for us. And he is providing a nice breeze, so I'm comfortable here. Look at that. Oh, blackberries. Yeah, we love berries, and we love storing them in the refrigerator for smoothies and mixed berry desserts. I call them tiger lilies. They're ditch lilies or wild lilies. They grow along the side of the road. I remember driving to my grandmother's house and seeing these. She lived out in the country. And we see them in the city also, all over the place. We just love them. They're beautiful. They're glorious. Beautiful, bright colors. And they always come on right before the 4th of July. That 1 pack of seeds given to me by my mother-in-law several years ago has really produced a lot of daisies. We have some out front too from the same pack of seeds. And there's a bunch of daisies, and I need to harvest and put them in vases. In the house, I haven't had time to do it. I've been very busy. But behind the daisies, we have my new lilies, and they haven't bloomed yet, but they're getting ready to bloom. And I'm very excited. It's a very tall lily. I saved the tag. If you want to know, I'll let you know. I've got the tag somewhere. Came from Oakland Nursery. Thanks for watching today. I really appreciate you watching. I know the traffic is very noisy here. It may not be ideal conditions for filming just now with all that wind coming through, but life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't stop living. The wind doesn't stop blowing just because I'm doing a video. You have to accept that. And this is a realistic video. I'm a realistic person. I have dreams like everyone else, though. I have daydreams, and I would like improvements done in this garden. The next video you see, I'm going to start with the before and the after. And we'll see if we can get something done here, especially those weeds in that berry patch. That needs taken care of so they can be fertilized properly with bone meal or whatever will help them along so they'll produce larger berries. I hope I inspired you to look back, and if you love gardening, you have a love of gardening, there's a reason for it. You got inspired somehow. Someone or something inspired you, and keep that inspiration in mind and move from there and learn all you can about gardening. It is a blessing. It will provide fruits and vegetables for your family and beautiful flowers and wonderful herbs. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.